Babba game and shit. No, this isn't an April Fool's joke. This is my new show that I'll be doing on this channel probably 3 times a week. To which I'm sure you're naturally asking the question, why? You're probably saying to yourself, this is stupid, this is dumb, this isn't the reason that I subscribe to you, Mega Mitch. First of all, allow me to explain the premise of this new show. Welcome to Game and Chat, my generic Let's Play series. Usually solo, but we'll occasionally bring on co-commentators. This is a sort of a stream of consciousness kind of deal, where I can just talk to you guys one-on-one, content creator to viewer, over some game footage and talk about myself, my life, trending topics, the news, movies I've seen recently, or just react to the game I'm playing. I mean, whatever, right? Yeah, so it's that kind of show. The reason that I'm doing this show now is as part of my channel rebranding, in which I want to make more personality-driven content and rely less on skits, cartoons, and silly game and movie reviews. And actually, when you really think about it, not that you would know, but my first ever video that I ever uploaded to YouTube back in 2006 was technically a Let's Play. Well, I mean, I called it a review at the time, but really it was a playthrough of the first few levels of an old NES game that I had, so technically, if anything, this series is just sort of me going back to my YouTube roots. And that could be considered both a good thing and a bad thing, depending on who you ask. It could be seen as a sign of me regressing as a content creator, but honestly, at the end of the day, I just want to have fun with my YouTube channel, and if doing what I like to do means losing a couple of subscribers along the way, then so be it. Now, the shows that you absolutely adore, like Dialga and Palkia and Mega Mitch, are not going anywhere. You have to understand that this is not a replacement for Dialga and Palkia or Mega Mitch. This is just to fill in the void left between... bigger uploads of bigger projects like those things. This is basically my selfish attempt at staying within the YouTube algorithm, which I've explained in a little bit more detail in yesterday's video, and I'm not gonna lie, I am pants-shittingly terrified of what you guys will think of me as a result of me changing up my established formula and my established style of uploads. Because based on the sheer number of views on certain videos, and just generally looking at my analytics, I can tell that my main claim to fame on this website is animation. I'm sure, well, I mean, actually, to me personally, I think that my animations are pretty dumb, pretty mediocre, but you guys seem to like them, so, I mean, whatever. I'm sure you've heard me say before that animators are screwed over by YouTube, but if you haven't, let me say it again. The YouTube algorithm currently favors quantity over quality. And if you're not relevant today, then you may very well be irrelevant tomorrow. This leads to creator burnout, even for people that can crank out a video a day easily, and also leads to stress among some of your favorite creators. I don't think I need to tell you, some types of content are more easier to create than others. People who just play video games, like I'm doing here, or just talking to a camera, just a simple vlog that you can just cut up the, stuttering and the pauses and just upload it straight to YouTube. Those types of people have it easier than people who sit and spend hours at a computer drawing frame-by-frame animation or editing interesting visual effects into short films, music videos, heck, even the types of game reviews that people, like at Normal Boots, JonTron helped popularize. Those take a shit ton of effort. That is not to say that the former doesn't also require a lot of effort and can get exhausting, but it should be clear which one of those two is more time-consuming. But that depends on a whole bunch of variables too. Again, I'm not denying the former can be tough, sometimes even tougher. But generally speaking, it ain't that hard to make a Let's Play, let's be honest, and that's kind of why I'm doing it right now, okay? Okay. You see, in the landscape that is YouTube, everyone is struggling and fighting to remain relevant. Naturally, projects with higher production value are going to take longer to make. This should be obvious. An animator can't just upload daily like a Let's Player can, for example. A lot of YouTubers have been taking a quantity over quality approach for the past few years now, and the worst thing about it is that it actually works. Naturally, if there is more of you on YouTube, you are more likely to be exposed to new potential audiences, new potential viewers. Likewise, though, I'm sure that if you upload a lot and receive fuck all views, you're probably listed as a much lower priority within the algorithm and within the recommended videos. Now, I don't know exactly how it works, obviously. There's a lot of theories going out there, but as content creators, we can only guess. And I mean, it's for the best that we don't know how it works, because if everyone knew exactly how it worked, how to get recommended, how to get, top billing in the trending page and all that sort of shit, everyone would just be doing nothing but that. You'd have people abusing the system, as has been done many times before in the past. Reply girls, reactionists, clickbait thumbnails, channels that start off videos with like, hey guys, let's get this video to 1 million likes, what? You get the idea. So, expect a lot more gaming and chatting in the near future, possibly every day, I'm still not sure. I acknowledge that there will be a rocky period in which we all adapt to the changes, and I really truly find my style. It's going to take some time. I also acknowledge that people who call themselves fans will probably leave out of frustration, because this isn't what they come to my channel for, and if your mouse cursor is hovering over that unsubscribe button, I honestly don't blame you, and I truly wish you the best in all your futures. I hope that you find a good replacement for me, a YouTuber, a better quality animator that can fulfill your needs much better than I can. I know content creators say this a lot, but I honestly consider you guys my friends, and your kind words have gotten me through some pretty dark times in my life. I read through your comments quite a fair bit. I also try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can on all of my different channels. Usually just my main channel, because that's the one that I check the most frequently. That's one of the other reasons that I'm starting a semi-podcast, semi-let's play sort of show, and that is my depression. I've been dealing with a lot of depression and anxiety for the past few years now, and some years it's stronger than others. I won't go into too much personal detail, because even though I trust you guys, like I just said, you guys are my friends, I feel some things should not be made public knowledge. But basically, something's happened recently in my personal life which impacted me pretty hard, so it's caused a sort of relapse in my depression, sort of come back in full force. So in a way, talking to you guys is another way of getting it all that stuff off my chest. It's sort of my the personal therapy, I guess you could say, or like at the very least, it serves as a distraction. It may sound a little bit self-serving, but I feel that getting my thoughts out there in the open and on the day-to-day grind of dealing with these sorts of things might ease up my mind a little bit of those things. It's obviously not going to be the topic of every video I do in the series, but it'll certainly be I'll certainly be talking about it, as it is currently a very prominent part of my life, and I will be going into some details about my life, not too personal, but, stuff that I feel comfortable divulging, sharing with the internet. Perhaps I'll even touch on some of the funny stories from my past that I can be, that I can't be bothered to make animated storytime videos or vlogs out of. In fact, if anything, Game and Chat will allow me to get stuff that has been on my mind out there, like in the form of like ideas and stuff, that I can just, ramble about without, necessarily having to put it into like a full idea, into a full video, or put all that extra effort, into heavily edited videos of their own. It kind of reminds me of, in the early days of YouTube, there was this, elderly man, named Peter Oakley, who went by the YouTube moniker of Geriatric 1959, who at one point was the most subscribed YouTuber of all time, if you can believe that. As YouTube was generally considered a place for young people, he'd earned himself the title of the internet granddad. Now, me and him used to be good friends over the years, and we talked over Skype quite a fair bit before he passed away a few years ago. He had this show called Telling It All, which was essentially little vlogs of him talking to his webcam on his MacBook about his life, right? And back then, people weren't really doing YouTube for fame or glory or money. It was all about the simple passion of expressing your personality towards an audience. And that is part of why I am doing this sort of reboot of my main YouTube channel. I really want to bring things back to basics, while still making content that you guys love. I want to be more of a YouTube personality and not just be known as, the guy that does skits, or I don't want to be known for my skits or for my cartoons, exaggerated characters, that sort of thing. I want to put a face to my channel, a face and a personality. So you guys can, if you want to find out, if you want to discover some stuff behind the guy that makes the talking animal cartoons. I still want to make those things for sure, but I didn't see much need in separating them into separate channels anymore. I feel every one of those things individually that I do on YouTube, there's not like one thing that defines me. It all kind of defines me. I'm not just an animator, I'm not just a game reviewer, I'm not just a silly entertainer. Sometimes I do want to touch on social issues, politics, do like serious movie reviews, or, like just make a short crappy animation for the shits and giggles, you know what I mean? Yeah, I still want to make those things, and those all define me. In fact, we could just call this a variety channel. This is my variety YouTube channel. This is my variety YouTube channel where I do whatever the hell I want, when I want. Yeah, that's about 3 paragraphs worth of rambling that I could have just summed up in one line there, pretty much. So basically, just to recap, the point that I'm getting at here is that this is my show where I can talk to you guys one-on-one without much of a script or anything like that. It's a stream of consciousness type of thing where I tell funny stories from my life, interesting trivia about myself, or just plain old react to video games, because if the Fine Brothers taught us anything, other than the fact that you can't trademark basic English words, it is that reactions are fucking hilarious. Some of my favorite games are the ones that you can just sort of, like, lose yourself in. Like, that don't really require that much focus, you know what I mean? Like, you can lose whole hours of your day just, like, tapping away. Like, Minecraft doesn't have, like, a set destination, like a set goal or anything. And, that makes it, like, the perfect, I guess the best way to describe it is it's sort of like junk food for your brain. Like, it's not entirely stimulating. It's not, like, No, actually, that's a terrible metaphor. God damn it, I got stuck in my own metaphor. But generally, what I mean is that it's easily consumable, right? So, yeah, it's got a very calming atmosphere, and it's games like Minecraft that you can sort of play and turn your brain off for a little while and listen to a podcast or a YouTube video. And in fact, that's back when Minecraft was like relatively new. That's basically all I did, is I'd put on a YouTube video in the background, usually like the longer stuff, like 30-minute stuff, hour-long stuff that vloggers would put out, and I'd just listen to the video in the background while I was mining away in Minecraft. And like obviously this was before Minecraft became like the most like oversaturated, overdone game to be let's played for a YouTube series. And basically, when you think about it, it's essentially a meme at this point, and not even like a tasty, juicy meme. It's like a cringy, old meme that no one likes anymore. Now, the show isn't always going to be like this. Occasionally, I will bring on co-commentators. Sometimes, I will just react to the game rather than actually actively talk about a specific topic or anything like that. Occasionally I'll be responding to comments, or sometimes I'll just post a highlight reel of like one of my live streams or anything like that, really. I'm not gonna restrict myself anymore. This show can be literally anything, sky's the limit. But generally, it's just gonna be gameplay footage and the occasional commentary. Now let's talk a little bit about Minecraft, because honestly, Minecraft is one of my favorite games. Outside of Mega Man and Splatoon. I know it has become, as I mentioned, I know it's become oversaturated to the point of essentially being an internet joke. The Minecraft fandom is pretty up there with the reputation of cringe, similar to the My Little Pony fandom, Steven Universe, Sonic the Hedgehog, Five Nights at Freddy's, Homestuck, what else, etc. But at the end of the day, Minecraft is just a simple game with a perfect equilibrium of calm and relaxing busy work that you can lose yourself in for hours at a time, and very sudden, intense action-packed fights and stuff like that. So, whenever the subject of a Game and Chat episode is something that requires more of my attention than the game I am playing allows, I'll probably just be playing a game that doesn't require my full attention in the background while I chat about the subject matter. Hence the name, a Game and Chat. It's not just about the game, and it's not just about the chat. I was considering calling it Mr. Game and Chat, as a play on the character Mr. Game and Watch from Super Smash Bros. Based on the Game & Watch handheld toys, but I figured that just Game and Chat would suffice. I just want to re-emphasize that this is not replacing or derailing my focus from any of my regularly scheduled content. You're still going to be getting your Diagram Polkias, you're still going to be getting your dramatic fanfiction readings. I'm still going to make cartoons, I'm still going to make reviews, I'm still going to do whatever it was that I was already doing with this channel, which, to be fair, wasn't much. I'm just combining it with the types of content that I used to make on my second and third YouTube channels. Mainly personal opinion pieces, video essays, and gaming. Man, I remember when I first got into Minecraft. Does anyone remember Minecraft Alpha? Like, were any of you guys watching around, were any of you guys watching around and playing this game during the alpha stages? Because, oh my gosh, the classic versions of Minecraft bring back a hell of a lot of memories for me. I mean, I don't know, I guess they're basically the same game, similar to how Pokemon Red is essentially the exact same as Fire Red, but a lot of Gen 1ers will claim that Pokemon Red is the better game, or, a lot of, modern Pokemon... there is a little bit of a debate over whether, Pokemon Red or Pokemon Fire Red is, the more genuine experience. But, I miss the challenge of classic Minecraft, not having beds or, things that made the game easier. The darkness, actually legitimately felt dark. The torches, didn't really cover, that much light. During the nighttime, it felt like there was this real sense of danger, and I think there was less sounds and less music cues. I'm not saying that the game's easier now, because I know there's pretty intense difficulty up there, but I don't know. There's a certain aura to the original Minecraft that's difficult to recapture. After I play through Minecraft once, current campaign that I'm doing, I might go back and do a few episodes of the alpha version, just cause. I remember my first exposure to Minecraft being this guy called X on YouTube. I didn't really watch Vanos Gaming, was it? I don't know. There was this one big guy, big YouTuber that did Minecraft back in the day, but that's not the guy that I watched. I watched this guy called X, who did a show called X's Adventures in Minecraft. And it was honestly just nice to chill and have his videos playing in the background while I did some homework back in my high school days. I don't know. It just makes me really nostalgic thinking back to when Minecraft was new and not as huge as it is now. Before Game Grumps, I never really watched that many Let's Players. That much... Not really that much, except for, a few Minecraft guys, and not even the ones that you'd think. I've never watched Achievement Hunter, or Yogscast, or Sky Does Minecraft, or anyone like that. And there goes all my Minecraft viewers. I know they're huge, I've just never really got into them. And on an irrelevant note, I know that, I'm not old or anything, but have you guys ever seen, the lineup for, a modern YouTube convention, and then you've looked at the lineup and been like, I have no idea who any of these people are? I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of names from, really early on in YouTube, celebrities from, e-celebrities from back in, 2007 to 2009, 2010. But since then, I've been completely losing track of, what the kids are into these days. The only people that that I really recognize, or that I really recognized from even YouTube Rewind were, Tom Scar, Black Nerd Comedy, PewDiePie, and there I go with the name dropping. I know there's this guy that my nephew watches, he does, Roblox videos or, Pokemon Go videos with, like his family. It's a really kid-friendly Let's Play channel called like Fiji TV, whatever that is. Yeah, whenever my nephew's over, he'll just put that guy's videos on and just mash through like an entire playlist of that stuff, which is a lot better than some kids entertainment out there on YouTube. Like, have you guys are you guys aware of the weird, inappropriately done like animations, not done by the official companies, but done by people on the internet just looking for a quick paycheck? They have like children's characters just trying to like narrowly swerve around copyright infringement, probably claiming it under parody. It's these like weird YouTube animations with Mickey Mouse and Peppa Pig, and they're very inappropriately done animations with children's cartoon characters, and they have the weirdest shit in the thumbnails, like a piss and needles and like Mickey Mouse getting hit by a car, or like fucking kinky ass sex dungeons. It's just really weird shit, and somehow this shit makes its way onto YouTube Kids, like the YouTube Kids app, and just it's weirder than the adults parading around in like Elsa and Spider-Man costumes, playing nursery rhymes in the background. It just in my personal opinion. The world of children's entertainment on YouTube, hell, children's entertainment in general, is really freaking bizarre. Like, I swear the shapes on the Mr. Maker show are fucking demons. Now, that aside, there is one last thing that I want to address before I finish up this episode, and that is that I've recently hit 15,000 subscribers! Yay! At around about the time that my most popular animation, boy or girl, the Pokemon animation, around about the time that hit 1 million views, a feat that I honestly never expected to achieve, given that I've gone relatively unnoticed on this website for 10 years. You honestly have no idea how much it means to me, and I've seen a couple of you pop into my live streams every once in a while to congratulate me and to tell me what you think. Tell me that you think that I'm genuinely funny, which honestly I don't think I am. I don't think I'm funny, but I'm glad someone does. I'm glad someone thinks so, because this is something that I've always wanted to do. Now, I'll save the sappy speeches and whatnot. That's not what you came here to hear. But I legit have no idea, even if my subscriber base is going to stay at 15,000, if people are going to mass unsubscribe once. I legit have no idea if my subscriber base is going to stay at 15,000, or if people are going to mass unsubscribe once they see the change to my content. I almost forgot. In this series, I'll also be responding to comments that you guys post. So feel free to ask me a question, give me feedback, post some, a philosophical quote, or hell, just fucking outright roast me. I don't give a shit. Just post your comments in the comment section below. My name is Megamitch. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, whatever, and I'll catch you in the next episode. And yes, I'll be playing a little bit more Minecraft. I'm sorry. We'll get to other stuff later.